I picked up the other bin, and the two bins are at the rendezvous point, so we're gonna be meeting up with the rest of the group in just a moment. I think we're gonna have less in the car than we expected, because everybody's wanting to ride separately now. But yeah, so we're gonna see them in just a second.
It's gonna be some crazy stuff. We got it's like a 10-hour non-stop trip. You know, obviously you're gonna have stops. Hit all 5 McKays today. Oh, hey, what's up? Hey guys. Welcome in. We're here with Ben. How do you get that thing like that? That's good. It's got all 3 of us in. I can't even get it to one picture. I got to go one to one.
It's called moving from portrait to landscape.
Oh, that makes a difference. Hey, we're heading down to do the McKay road trip with. For the ones that don't know, it's their 50th anniversary. They're giving away what prizes through. There's 5 stores: Nashville, Chattanooga, Knoxville, and 2 in North Carolina. So we're going to give away. Each store gives away something, but at the end you'll have a bunch of swag and like 800 in store credit total. Yeah. And here's the thing: there's several of us from the store going. We got Ben back here, Ben over here. We got Dakota and the Camden Cards group over there. Jonathan Myatt's going. Wyatt and Luke's going from the store. I think there's several. Tracy Lucas is going.
Yeah.
A lot of people. I was looking on the thing. Did you see? There's like 500 people.
It's supposed to be gone. It's supposed to be packed. I'm expecting there to be maybe a line. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, hope not. I mean, I'm sure there is though. But
yeah, we'll see how that affects the total trip.
Yeah, hopefully it's all like mixed.
Yeah.
Like, between the stores, there's different things going on.
Yeah.
And so yeah, stay tuned. We're going to just continue to update and do a video. We're going to do a video at the end.
We'll catch up with you next at the Nashville location. That's where we're headed first. So.
Yep. Here we go.
As we made our departure from Dixon at about 7 a.m., we definitely did not know what we were getting into. But the day would prove to be exciting and interesting. We checked out a couple of excited people on the way in with the line, which you don't see all the time at McKays, Nashville, but this day was going to be a little different than other visits. As we worked our way in, we started to see a line forming back there toward the right side. It wasn't terrible at this point. We just decided to jump right in as fast as possible and get our stamps and passports. Very excited for this. We waited about 15 to 20 minutes maybe. Made it up to the front of the line with our little crew. Just the 3 of us today. One of the other guys did not make it, but Camden Cards had arrived just behind us. We saw Wyatt and his buddy and got our passports and stamps. The line had gotten all the way down to the entrance almost by that time, and we decided we had better head out. All right, first stop was in Nashville for us, and we got in. The line kind of wrapped around to the right side where all the food truck setups kind of, and we were like, there were 2 corners kind of. Yeah. By that point, it was about it was close to, or it was just before 8, right? Basically when we got there.
Yeah, we got there.
So we got there pretty early, and they had already started passing out the waivers and getting out the passports a little bit early. I think they had started 7:30, maybe even earlier. So yeah, it went pretty smooth. It was like a standstill for a minute, and then it started just rolling because they were figuring out better methods and stuff to get through. So, and they had the doors a little bit open to let people go to the bathroom. And I think some of the future stops are going to have waters and stuff, they said. and there's going to be like a hot dog vendor at some of them, a couple of locations.
I know the
later
Nashville
on
one because I saw the cart.
Okay, yeah.
Well, the cart was just there. I mean,
Gotcha. Yeah, so they plan to get some facilitation going.
Yeah, I know. It was so when we got there, we were wrapped around about halfway of the line that was there, and then it was probably double that when we left.
Yeah.
But
it had definitely opened.
I don't know. I didn't look, but what do you think? About 30 minutes, like, to get through that, maybe 45. I don't know, maybe. But it was a good, good first trip or first stop. Now we're on our way to Chattanooga. We're roughly about 45 minutes away.
45 minutes.
Jonathan and John are already up there. Our boy Hinkle didn't make it. This is how bad traffic was, though. I guess, because Jonathan and them got up there about 7:30, and they were already putting people through. So I guess they started about 7.
Yeah, probably.
And so putting people through. Well, Hinkle, coming from a different way, was stuck on the side of the road trying to get off the interstate.
Yeah. And because people were parking like down across the road.
Yeah, and
where
walking
they could just to see if they could get past the line of cars. And
so he couldn't. He's like, man, I'm just going back home. And he lived an hour and a half. He drove an hour and a half just to get there with us, to get carpool with us. But yeah, he's going to. So he's like, you know what, y'all go ahead. I don't, because 50 sat in that line. That's probably a 2-hour line right there.
Yeah.
He just couldn't get in. It was about 10 minutes away from being able to join us.
So close.
Yeah.
But yeah, even by that, that margin, it had already filled up that much more.
And now, if we know what we knew now, or knew then now, like there's at the very end in North Carolina, like apparently everybody wanted to start out there.
Yeah.
And it's caused a big traffic jam and big mess out there. We got several people. They've updated it, but also several people before that had told us that, hey, you may not even have to go to the very last one, which we probably would like to anyway. But we'll see. But it's still a fun trip. I know some people will be upset. Some, I get it.
Yeah.
But we're not going. We're about to hit Chattanooga. That's not so bad, and then we'll head up to Knoxville after that. So
yeah, it's a hot day, so everybody, hopefully everybody stays safe and just gets us to as many as they can.
Yeah,
and,
make sure you do speed limit.
Yeah. Be careful out there. So, all right.
The McKays will prosecute.
They will.
Shoplifters and speeders.
It was in the fine print. So, all right. We'll catch you guys in Chattanooga.
Hey Ben, what's up, buddy?
After saying hi to the other Ben, we're going to time jump a little bit, bringing you guys right to stop number 2, Chattanooga. Very, very nice building. Been here one time before on a previous trip with Kenny. Definitely liked this spot for some of what they have to offer.
What else? You guys do it, huh?
Yeah.
I guess we go inside for this one.
Yeah.
This location had some of the first food trucks set up outside and vendors. The inside looks a lot like the Knoxville location set up, honestly, and kind of a little bit like the Nashville one, but it's a little bit bigger, I think. We got our stamps pretty quick and easy, and we were on the road almost immediately. Barely a line. We decided not to wait for the Camden Cards guys, but try to book it for Knoxville immediately. Sadly, this was the last time we ran into Wyatt and his buddy. All right, we just hit Chattanooga. We're on the road again. And headed to Knoxville. So, it wasn't bad at all at Chattanooga for us. Luckily, we're on the good side of the trip for sure. They had run out of shirts. We were gonna get a shirt at the second stop, and but then they gave us a voucher. And Knoxville is supposed to have like a mug.
I think you said tumbler or something. It said mug, but
it's like a road tumbler basically.
Okay.
One of those like travel mugs.
Okay.
Yeah. And then $50 trade credits,
and
I thought he said something.
something like a tote bag. I think everybody's supposed to get with a purchase. I think that's just all day, but we get one of those as well.
Yeah.
And then yeah. But then as we were leaving, which you'll see in the video, it started lining up, coming up the ramp. So we must be just ahead of the crowd from Nashville.
Yeah.
Like just barely ahead of the swell.
I mean, we literally walked straight up to the counter. If you watch my video, straight up to the counter. They were like, "Come on, let's go." And then all of a sudden, we went outside and looked back, and the line was out the door, like all the way out the door. And you see a lot of Nashville people we saw in Nashville. So we're ahead of them.
They did have food trucks at that point out there at that location.
Yeah, about 2 or 3.
At least 3. There was like the ice.
Kona ice.
Shaved ice.
Yeah, shaved ice.
Yeah.
But it was got in front row, or not front row, but got in.
No problem. Like, there were
as soon as we left,
2 people ahead of us.
Or as we were leaving, so Dakota and them got stuff. So Jonathan and them are still ahead. They just got through with Knoxville. It has been confirmed that we don't have to go to Bain, which is the furthest one away. So we're going to save a couple hours on that, which is great. None of that gas, time.
It's a shame we won't get that final stamp though for the completionists.
I know. Yeah. For the ones out there that are watching, like no.
We wanted to get all 5 stamps, but
it just don't make sense for me to go. But also, we've got Dakota and them were back behind us. They stopped to charge up the car and also got something to eat, and so they're going to be even further behind now, just because of the thing. So
I think Wyatt and Luke are a little bit ahead of us, basically, right now.
Behind us.
Are they behind us now?
Yeah, because
they walked in and were shopping.
They were they were on my video. They went to the restroom. That's what they do. They said they go to the restroom. I didn't never even seen them go to the restroom. It was weird. I was like, what?
They're collecting all the restroom selfies or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I was like, I didn't even know y'all used the restroom. It was weird.
Right.
So, but anyway, they said they're behind us too. But they're unless they stayed.
But barely.
Yeah. I think they were just using the restroom and jetting out.
Sure. So we'll be checking back in at the next stop, and continuing where Kenny was talking about getting a poster and putting like a knife in it and pinning it to the wall with like blood and stuff, and we survived the the McKays road trip challenge.
Broken wheel.
Yes.
Restless Native Americans or Native McKays.
Yes.
It's
roaming.
all I know. I feel like we're back in the Civil War, and I want to write a letter to like dear mom and dad.
Hey, there's one of the. There's a bunch of them vans and places that have like everything on the back window, like the whole mapped out road trip. That's the 3rd one I've seen.
Which kind of goes to my Civil War thing, because it's just a basic map,
it's like
and have it where it's like.
I'm not comparing this to any kind of Oregon Trail or any kind of old thing back in the day. Nothing compares. But yeah, it's interesting to get to run out and travel across Tennessee and some of North Carolina. So it's a fun time.
We'll let you know if we see any witches.
Because we'll be in Winston-Salem.
Yeah.
Is that
That's what they're known for, right?
No, it's Salem, Massachusetts. but I'm sure there's a joke there with the Winston-Salem. You could make some kind of hyphenated. The witches that left, but they took the. Yeah, there you go. That just says Salem. That's where the witches are. But like some witches that left the coven and took the last name of the next coven or Winston, whoever Winston is.
We're leaving.
We know.
Winston, we're leaving. We're taking our Salem with us.
Follow that car.
Yeah. All right. Well, until next time.
See you in a bit.
Yeah.
After a bit of a drive, we began to approach our 3rd stop, Knoxville, and saw this. Oh boy. So this was the converging of two different directions of traffic, North Carolina and Nashville. This was kind of the location that was halfway between, so as we kind of expected, there was a lot more people here. And this line was pretty ridiculous. The guys in front of us had been there like 45 minutes before and said they walked in and out. So now we were going to try to decide what we wanted to do here. Instead of standing outside for 2+ hours, we walked in to check out, at least see the inside of the location.
All right, we are leaving Knoxville, making a quick change of plans. We're gonna actually bypass this because of the line, as you can see. Goes clear on out over there, which we showed you a second ago. Across the parking lot, across another parking lot, and so we're thinking maybe we go to North Carolina real quick, hit that one, get 2 stamps at Winston-Salem, and then come back here when it's died down in several hours. So we're gonna see if this works, try to slingshot the whole thing. There it is. We'll see you guys over in there later on tonight, but in the meantime, yep, next up, Winston-Salem.
Well, we loaded back up, said goodbye to Knoxville, and headed out. Spotted a whole bunch of people walking along the road, heading from a long distances away from different parking spaces, and this long line of cars went all the way to the interstate, we were told. We did manage to make it out in safely, got some food, and made it for one of the final legs of the journey through some beautiful country. This section of the trip would last 5 or 6 hours, I believe. This is where we made the trek across the mountains into North Carolina. You'll see in just a moment. But yeah, the traffic in Knoxville was terrible. As we were leaving there, we ran into one of the fire trucks that then blocked the entrance, we were told later, along with the police and EMT that were brought in for the situation.
Coworker asked her. Oh, you ready? Oh,
No,
just in the video.
Yeah.
So Lindsay just told me to spell out APPLICADLE, applicable, and ask you guys how y'all say it. You guys said what? It's applicable. No, it is not. You did applicable. No, I just said it wrong.
You said it wrong.
I said it wrong. It's applicable.
Yeah.
And she's saying it's applicable. Never applicable.
Yeah.
It's applicable.
I've heard that. I've definitely heard that.
Yeah, so, but I mean, I'm telling you, like she said it the other day, and I said, bless you, you okay? It's not like you say your back out or something.
Yeah.
But then she swore up and down, and I'm like, well, first off, it sounds like a pickle blue. Is what it is. I don't know what that means, but okay. So yeah.
Probably the same definition.
Yeah, so these two guys, Ben here, Ben Ken, out.
As we pull into Winston-Salem, the 4th spot, we realized the lines were incredibly short compared to Knoxville, and we were going to do very well here, probably in and out faster than any of the other spots we'd been to so far. But yeah, first one in North Carolina. The staff were very kind, very helpful, and efficient. We were not able to get the poster here, but we got some of the other items. I got a tumbler that we'll show off later, and we got the stamp for Knoxville here as well. They were able to cover that for us, since Knoxville had been officially shut down by that point. We seemed to be ahead of the pack, though, and we were excited about that. We checked out the inside, nice little spot, kind of smaller than Nashville, but solid. And then, as we were pulling out, we saw the line picking up. This is maybe a 10 or 12 minute difference in line compared to where we showed up. Pretty nuts. So the pack was just behind us, so we decided to take off for the final destination, number 5. And, yep, checking out the line as we headed out. Nice to meet you, Winston-Salem. as we rounded the last bend, it was about a 50-minute drive to the final location, not too much of a difference. We got our first glimpse of the brand new 2024 McKays location. This one is not that far from the original founding location, and this was their brand new spot. We got to see it for the first time, and this was our 5th and final stop of the road trip. I saw the lights come on there under this awning where they let people walk in, keep them out of the weather as they get to submit goods from the outside. Wait a minute. Oh, we definitely have to get a picture with these guys. Kenny, still on the job, heading off to submit. Just taking it all in. Check out these sliding doors. Fancy. And this place. So big. It's like a warehouse in here. We had a short line up to the counter there to get our final stamp. Very excited. As we check out, just wanted to give y'all one last look at this place. It was starting to fill up massively. The lines were going around the building once again, just like in the morning. And they were opening up some windows over there to give them a couple of more chances. All right, we're out with our loot, and we're gonna go eat, I think. But yeah, check this place out at night. Couple of fun fellows over there. Wow. There's the boss man. And then we got what looks like bays where you drive tractor trailers in or something. maybe they offload trucks there, I don't know. Or have outdoor events. I don't know. Alright, here we go. See you on the side. By the end, we were very tired and happy to get some food, but we had a great time getting out here, and luckily we stayed pretty safe compared to a lot of people, so I'm happy for that. Thanks to New Wave Hobbies and Camden Cards for joining us on this trip. It's been fun, guys. We'll see you in the next one.